In the coming week, Sikh communities around England will be marking Langar Week. The service, which means blessed food, and is a central part of the Sikh faith and practice. Now, the idea has been running over the last few years. Randeep Lal is the trustee and global operations director of Nishkam SWAT. He explains where the concepts come from.
My name is Randeep Lal. I'm the CEO of an organisation, Nishkam SWAT. We're a national and international aid organisation, and predominantly we feed the homeless. The idea behind Langar Week is it's very simple. It's to educate the masses about what Langar is, who the Sikhs are, what it stands for, what it's all about, where you'd find it, and who it's there to help. It's about education. Langar was created by Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the founder of the Sikh faith. So when Guru Nanak Dev Ji was on his travels, looking for a business, he stumbled across some sadhus. Sadhus are holy men who were praying, they were meditating to God. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji noticed, actually, they're hungry and they're not as productive as they could be in their prayer if they were given food. So he went along, he got them some food, he spent the money on food, he fed the sadhus, and they were so happy, they were so indebted to him. This is where Langar was actually created from. Sacha Soda is called, the real, true life's business. Guru Nanak Dev Ji then went home and his father asked him, did you start a business? What have you done with the money? Guru Nanak Dev Ji's father was actually upset with him because he said that I gave you the money to start business, to make money, and you went and spent it on feeding people that you shouldn't have done. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji explained that, this is the real business in life. Looking after each other, looking after humanity. We look at the cost of living crisis that we're facing, the increasing energy bills that we're facing. I've noticed personally where we were serving 200 people a night. Now the queues have gone to 300 plus people. And they're not all homeless. They're suffering. They can't afford food. They cannot pay their bills, so they come into services like ours. There's some magical ingredients within Langar which makes it really special, and those magical ingredients are the prayer, the energy that goes in, the love that goes in. So can you imagine all that energy, all that prayer, all that love going into the food? That food is then transported out and it's given to the people who are less fortunate. And then the people who serve that food, again, we say to them, doesn't matter what religion you are, doesn't matter whether you believe in God or not, put your positive energy into that food while you serve it. Then that person who receives the food, he or she eats the food. Their life changes with the magic in the food, the love, the energy, the prayer. And this is what Langar is about. It's about changing someone's life without them not even knowing how their life's changed.
That was Randeep Lal, a trustee for global operations of Nishkam SWAT. Well, let's speak to Sikh Singh from Manchester, who describes himself as a community servant. And Langar is a really important part of the Sikh faith, isn't it, Sikh?
Very much so, Talat. It's something so fundamental, really, because Langar is, in its simplest term, every human being has a right to have some food. And if we don't feed our friends, our neighbours, then what's the point of us eating ourselves? It's so important to feed your friends, your neighbours, especially those people who are less well off. And I work as a part of a charity called Feed My City, where we feed people 7 days a week with hot, nourishing vegetarian food and emergency dry food parcels. And that concept started, and we took the inspiration from Guru Nanak Dev Ji, his message of Langar. And it's so important to actually feed the whole of humanity. Now, we feed people of all races, all religions, anybody who wants to have some food. And of course, it also gives you a sign of equality. And the other key aspect of Langar is you try and eat Langar sitting together on the floor in a Gurdwara. By sitting on the floor, you're on the same level, but you're seen as equal. So the concept is sharing, caring, loving your neighbour, your friend, and people who are especially less well off, to make sure they've got the basics of life.
And when you are sharing food with the wider community, what response do you get from them?
Oh, to be honest, we provide very basic but very nourishing, hot, simple food. And you know what? The thanks that we get, the smile on the faces, the positive energy. We meet people who haven't eaten food for 2 or 3 days. Last night, Saturday night, we got a call for our charity at 6 p.m. of a family who hadn't eaten for 2 days. And of course, the social services in this country, the other charitable organisations don't operate 7 days a week, and especially at weekends late in the evening. And the smile that I saw and the thanks that were given when one of our volunteers delivered that food to this person at 9 p.m. on a Saturday evening. So it's, I used to have a job earning lots of money, but the thanks and the smile on the face are worth far more than any money that I used to earn.
And I suppose that's something really proud to be of, a tradition from the Sikh faith, started by Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, and now here you are carrying it forward through the charitable work that you do for Feed My City.
But yeah, the other thing to say, Bharat, is that our volunteers are from different faiths, different genders, different countries. We have people from Brazil to China, people who are from India, from Pakistan, from Europe, Hindu, Muslim, Christians, and of course we've got people of no faith as well. And they just want to contribute and help. It's amazing that the support that is actually provided by the wider community, because at heart, we are caring people. We care for our fellow human beings. And they want to try and give something back and help each other. They just need the opportunity sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, it's stellar work that you guys are carrying out. Thank you so much for speaking to us tonight.